when you're speaking to her about something that you're going through or something that happened, and she quickly changes the subject and start talking about her, it's hard to foster trust in a relationship like that. Hey, what's good, y'all? So let me start this off by saying that I believe that men need to love more, need to be in situations where they could give love, to live a fulfilled life, to reach your full potential. You have to be in a situation where you can give love and receive love. Let me also say that I believe that men need to be very cautious about who they give their love to or who they tell I love you, for a couple of reasons. The first one, I think, is obvious. There are vultures amongst us who are looking for, somebody who's, looks at the world in a loving way, or looking to, say that, looking for someone to say that I love you. They will use you. People will use you just because you say I love you, because to give love or to say that you love is a lame. You know, that's how it's looked at. You a lame if you say I love you, right? Not only that, not only that, that people are looking to use you, but there are some people who are not looking to use you, but because you are so into them, or you are constantly, telling them you love them, they want to see how much you love them. So they always asking. They're going to use you. They're only always asking for things. Always want you to do things for them. They're going to use you. That's one reason that I feel that you should be very cautious about who you say I love you to. The other reason is there are people who are looking for love. I mean, they just want to be loved, and they're looking for someone to say I love you. And once you say those words, they become clingy. They become attached to you. And sometimes those attachments are not healthy attachments. You know what I mean? This one story I got that happened in my life. It was this lady who lived in the hood, and they told me if I tell her that I love her, she'll give me whatever I want. I mean, you could see that the lady, something was off about her. Anyway, I took the challenge, and I engaged her in conversation. And after a while, I just told her I love her. Man, it just switched. It changed. You're talking about attachment. Like, she just became real attached. She wanted to hug on me, and it was like, I don't know. It felt, for me, it didn't feel like didn't feel like love. It didn't feel like love, but to her, because I said it, she became real attachment. I stopped going around. They say she was always asking about me and start doing crazy things. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. You got to be very cautious about who you say I love you to. Let me warn you that this is coming from a person, me, who didn't come from a loving home. Well, it was love there, but it was broken. It was a broken home. People was alcoholics or on drugs and that type of stuff. I can say they loved me, but it wasn't a healthy love, all the time. And I say that because I know folks who come from healthy, loving homes, and that's how they view the world. They view the world through that lens of love. Me, I view the world, everything suspect, especially when somebody talk about they love me all the time. Like, you suspect. What you want? What you trying to get from me? I know that I love you, or I know that I can give love, but I don't. I don't think you love me. And that's just coming from where I come from. I know how to give love, but when it comes to accepting it, it's suspect. You know what I'm saying? So what I've learned is I have to trust the person to love them. Especially, in anybody. I'm talking about anybody. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about women, but I'm talking about anybody. If I don't trust you, like if I don't trust you, I can't love you. For example, if you're in a relationship with a chick, and y'all been in a relationship for a while, y'all know this what y'all doing. But there's a habit that she has of when you're speaking to her about something that you're going through or something that happened, and she quickly changes the subject and start talking about her, it's hard to foster trust in a relationship like that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Or if she's always talking bad about other people, it's hard to trust that, because any minute when you mess up, she gonna be talking about you. And it's hard to be vulnerable to a person like that. It's hard to share your secrets or share your insides with a person like that, because as soon as you mess up, which we do, we gonna mess up. You ain't gonna be shit, and she gonna spread your secrets out everywhere. So it's hard to be vulnerable in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think women. I think, I'm comparing women to older women, right? Back when I was a shorty. When dudes who were masculine, these was like real masculine dudes, they would bow. They would get down on one knee and bow to this lady and ask her to marry them. I mean, I've heard other things on why that happens, why the bowing, but I just truly believe that men did that more frequently then, because women were more feminine. And that feminine energy, men were able to be vulnerable. So vulnerable that I'm gonna bow to you or get down on my knee and ask you for your hand in marriage. You don't see dudes doing that no more, because women want to be masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't have. Why would I bow? Why would I get down and bow down to something masculine? That's like bowing down to myself. You know what I'm saying? So men don't get on one knee and ask for women in hand in marriage no more, because first of all, for a man to do that, she has to humble him in a way. And women are not doing that no more. They've lost that feminine magic that it takes to make a man submit to them. Old guy told me, he says, a woman's strength is in her softness. A woman's strength is in her softness. And that feminine magic that they had is gone, because they want to be masculine all the time, and demanding and telling you how you should be a man, and this is what it takes to be. You don't know. They don't know what it takes to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's my 2 cents on it, man. God willing, I'll be back.
I'm just sitting in the dark room. It's 85.